good morning, everybody. On my way to work, but I figured I'd come in here and we just have a nice little coffee break going to work. Just want to say, every video I'm going to start off saying thank you for the love, the support, the comments. They keep rolling in. We have great dialogue here. One of my subscribers, and I'm not going to say your name because I didn't know if you wanted your information put out there. Very, very intriguing conversations, very engaging conversations. But I was telling him that, you know, my sons, my husband, we play this, all right, if you could have it, what are your top, you know, so-and-so cars that you would have in your garage? So I thought about it and I said, what better way to start a conversation on a video? And let's talk about that. Let's talk about your top 3 cars that you would put in your garage. Now, I'm not going to limit to you because I know when I was kind of talking to my kids, they were like, no, you got to have a daily driver, Mom. You got to have a track car. You got to have, you know, your super car or your hyper car. I don't want to put parameters on it because I want everybody just to be, you know, engaged, to shoot me a comment below talking about what would be your top 3. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This was hard. I felt like I was in school trying to do an assignment, and I'm not going to lie, I can't narrow it down to 3 choices. But I'm going to do my best to actually say what I would want in my garage. Now, off the bat, because I know I've had a lot of conversations, good conversations, about, you know, the Hellcat. Some of us believe that the Hellcat is considered a supercar because of the true definition. And I respect some people don't think it is because it's still a Dodge. Either way, it's all good with me. But again, I said keep them comments clean because if you ain't keeping it clean, you ain't staying up on this channel. So I can tell you off the back, I don't really care for hypercars. It's just not my thing. Now, don't get me wrong. They're all right to look at, but I just don't. I don't like hypercars. So when people get up here and talk about, you know, the McLarens, 720Ss, or, you know, the Lamborghinis, great cars, again, don't have any issue with them. I'm just not that person. I'm into muscle cars. I'm into, you know, sports cars, supercars that to me still you can drive them, you can have fun. There's some practicality to it. Again, if I was a billionaire and not worrying about any money, I probably have some hypercars in there just sitting there. But I want to enjoy my toys, just like I said in the other video. So, all right, so let's start with number 1. Hold on, let me get a sip of this coffee. Last time I was talking to y'all, I couldn't enjoy my pumpkin spice, and then I hate cold coffee. All right, number 1 car, hands down, that I feel has to be in a garage is the Skyline. Now, everybody knows when that 32, that sorry, I was about to choke on my coffee. When that 32, that R32 came out, it was a beast, right? That's why I nicknamed the name Godzilla, right? Because it was made to basically outperform the Porsche down in there on the Norfolk Slifer, the track. So, and it did that. So it coined the name Godzilla. Great, fantastic cars. Now, everybody who really is close to me knows me. I don't like, that's just me, I don't like boxy cars. So that R32 has that kind of boxy style. A lot of people who are Ford fans, you know, like the Fox body. I just don't like that boxiness to it. I know people will argue that case, and my husband in particular loves the Fox body. But anyway, that R32 to me is kind of more square. So I would love an R32. I just don't like that size, you know, that boxiness. So I was leaning more towards the R33s. Now, if you go back and you look at the history of the R32s, the 33s and the 34s, the R32 had its own developer designer, right? Or I should say designer. The R33 and the 34 had the same designers. Now, when you're looking at the cars in general between those, they all have the RB36, the engine, but the R33 was wider and the track, it was longer, right? And the idea was that it could handle curves better. Now, again, I'm more kind of, when you're looking at the front of it, it gives you more that roundish appearance. So I was leaning towards the R33. Everybody, you know, was on these GTRs when Fast and the Furious came out, when Paul Walker was out. Great car. And also the R34 provided more electronic kind of things. But that R35 is bad, right? Sorry, again, I'm going towards the sun, so my video, not sure if that's really gonna come out or not. So the difference between now the R35, it has a different engine, right? So you remember the 32s, the 33, 34, that has that RB36. And then now when we're going into the 35, the difference is the R32, 33, and 34 have a 2.6 liter, 6-cylinder, twin turbo. The 35, sorry y'all, there's traffic in here, 3.8 liter, V6, twin turbo of course, but it has that VR38. And I just think overall, to me, it just has all of the bells and whistles in it. So if I had to choose between one of those GTRs, definitely, I think I'm leaning towards the R35. Who wouldn't want those quad lights, right? And plus, man, everybody knows that noise. I know I can't make that noise right, but when you hear it, or look at videos when you're listening to those cars, I would shoot that car up just to get that sound. My husband said, man, you gonna do all that just for the sound? Yes, I am. You know, you driving and you hear that, you knew your ass is on fire. Anyway, man, that traffic is backed up today. But anyway, all right, the second car that hands down that I would do, I love my BMWs. Now, for all, again, who don't know me, when I first started into cars, when I was in my 20s, I had a 745. Love BMWs. I wasn't all into cars. I was more just because I wanted it, because it was a bad car back in the day. But hands down, I would do a BMW M8 competition. Now, that to me would be my daily driver, right? I mean, you got 617 horsepower. You're sexy as hell driving to work. Something in the road, sorry about that. But I would black out that car. Everything would be black on that car to look aggressive. But that just makes my German heart just bleed. I love BMW. So for all my BMW fans out there, yes, I agree. I would definitely have a BMW in my garage. Now here's the hard part. This is where I can't narrow down my damn cars. Hands down to all my Ford people, I know I was saying that I wanted a Camaro. I've always loved the Camaro ZL1s, just something about that car. And hopefully one day I'll have the luxury of having that car. But I said if I were to get a car so that I could do mods to it, kind of, you know, show people how to bring up this car, it would be an older Camaro, maybe like a 17, maybe 15, 17, no lower than 15, SS, right? So then I can do all of these modifications to it. And I was thinking about it, and then I said, well, you know, the Ford group got something going on. If I sit here and get just a Ford Mustang GT, right, base, hands down, you can do so much to that car. That's a beast of a car. So I never discredited my Ford fans. And I was thinking, I was like, you know, in my garage, that would give me an opportunity to do more. I can do mods, and you can actually enjoy your car at different levels. For instance, if I get that Ford Mustang GT, you know, hands down, I'm putting that 3.0 liter, that Whipple up there. Automatically, that's just going to shoot your horsepower up. There are so many things. It's versatile. There's so many things you can do to a Mustang, you know, and I think that is the beauty of it. Now, in saying that, that's why I'm torn and I'm cheating between my Camaro and the Ford. Now, if I had to choose between the Camaro, you know, being Chevy, and I had money, I'm going for a Corvette all day. Because a lot of people put in the comments too, hey man, why you just won't get a Corvette? Never said I didn't like Corvettes. Love Corvettes. if I had the Corvette, I like the C7s, definitely C8. Who wouldn't rock a C8? But there's some variations between the Corvettes and then that C8, right? I would do a C8, but again, that car to me, I would black that car out. So there's a lot of different cars that you can choose from. So I'm interested, hit me up, let me know what car you would put in your garage, and you can even tell me why you would put that in garage. Now go back to the Skyline, right? Skyline would be a fantastic car to have in your garage, but also when I was looking at it too, even though this is just all make-believe and saying that we had endless money, being able to upgrade that Skyline to get that lovely sound that I want, that's gonna cost a pretty penny. So that's why I was trying to think of ways where, okay, you know what, I can get best of both worlds by getting that Ford Mustang GT. Thinking about, you can get the Camaro. Those are things that you don't want to get bored with your cars, right? I just don't want to have my car and park my car. That's not it. If that's the case, I'm going to go buy a daggone Hot Wheel and just put it on the wall or something. I want to be able to enjoy up close and personal my cars and be kind of happy that I created that car with my own personal mods. So let me know in the comments below what 3 cars that you are interested in, what 3 cars you would want in your garage, and hit me a line and tell me why. What would you do to that car to suit that car up? I appreciate all the love, the feedback. I'm gonna sit here in traffic. Every time I leave early to go to work, something happens and then I'm stuck not getting to work. But anyway, also I want to take the opportunity, there are a lot of younger people on my channel who are leaving comments about how I am inspiring them. And I want to tell you guys are inspiring me. So I want you to know that I'm taking all of your positive feedbacks, and I want to make sure that I do the best I can to be an intricate part in your life, your journey. A lot of you guys are sharing your journeys about your upcoming endeavors, what you're choosing to do, your career paths. And I'm telling you, I am so proud of each and every one of you guys. Keep grinding, keep striving. And remember, I told you, don't let nobody limit how high you can go. All right, peace out.